Are you ready for more? It is time to continue with the greatest players in the world of Infinite World. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the first part. I actually thought it was pretty well made, and I actually thought, I'm sorry that I missed Aqua Team V3. Sorry about that, dude. I'm apologizing now because I should apologize. I shouldn't have missed you. But let's get on down to business and let us start with Knott. And Knott is actually one of the guys that he also appeared out of nowhere, and he started uploading some very good videos. It was actually one of the first videos he ever uploaded, this one that you guys are watching this here right now. And it's actually a video that he actually renamed, I believe he renamed the Janemba Sucks Omega's Dick or something like that. And you guys should definitely watch it. Definitely should check it in the description and check the link to his channel, and definitely should see the video. And you'll notice, because from the actual thumbnail of the video, it actually looks as if like it looks as if Janemba is sucking off Omega. So it is pretty funny. So that's always in the back of my mind. So I remember him just because of that one thing. It's like that thing is very neat. But regarding that, aside from all that stuff, his cancel skills are pretty good. He can do reverse backdashes and stuff. He can do like very fast canceling. All of his videos, you can tell he knows exactly what he's doing. You can tell he has full control of every character he plays. He plays a big variety of characters. That's a very good thing. He currently doesn't have many videos, but he doesn't need many videos, considering the skill he shows in all of them, So I mean, it's entertaining enough watching the ones he has. It'd be awesome if he brought more. I really like his music choice. I can't do copyright music, but I really like it whenever other people do like some music, like some heavy metal or something. I really like the music he picks for his videos. They're pretty nice. They usually fit the fast pace of the battle, his freestyle type of gameplay. So I really like watching them, definitely. I really like watching Kid Buu kick some butt, It's amazing to watch Kid Buu kick some butt, because a lot of people don't really use Kid Buu. Kid Buu is like a noob tube, but he's a noob tube that actually, that is actually not that good of a noob tube whenever he plays against top tiers, So I definitely like watching videos like this one, whatever, where people actually play Kid Buu, because I myself don't even play him that much. I believe the last time I played him was probably maybe like over 6 months ago, and that was the last time I played Rambe before he moved to Miami. But now we got Omega versus Janemba, and I see this is the part I'm talking about. There's a part here where for some reason his thumbnail appears to be like Janemba is sucking off Omega, so it's so funny to look at, because it actually does look like that. And I was actually trying to find his video, and I was like looking for the name of the video, like 3 Infinite World fights or whatever. And then I was like, how come I can't find this video? Then I noticed it changed the name of the video to Janemba Sucks Omega's D. So yes. Sorry about the profanity, guys, but it is just pretty entertaining. And I also like this video because it's actually kind of funny, because he was actually trying to do the double Dragon Thunder. Like, he can hold the double Dragon Thunder fine, but the thing he was missing was doing the actual double Dragon Thunder and catching it with the ultimate right after. And right here he misses it and lets it go. But like doing the ultimate right after, or doing like a heavy smash right after you do double Dragon Thunder, sometimes it takes very precise timing. If you haven't done it enough times, like on your own free time, like on practice mode or something, whenever you're in a battle, you're gonna miss it, because it's like a very small timing, and you do it and you go right under it, like he just did right here. So it's something that requires a lot of times in practice mode for you to get it right in an actual battle, So it's not something that I would recommend. I would just recommend finish it with a whirlwind spin like he just did here, and that'd be it. Alright, so now we got the Sane Snake PSN1. This guy was featured in our last part for Budokai 3 Greatest Players, and I really like this video. It's actually one of his most recent videos, where he was actually just taking the square Infinite World, and just like pretty much going into practice mode and just showing himself just doing it non-stop, And this is something that in his other video he actually does like a lot of like KKK cancels in a row. He does like a lot of Dragon Fist. Now he does like this, and it's actually pretty neat to watch, because this is one of those infinites that people don't really like to use, because I mean people always like have it stuck in their head, the forward PKK or KKKK. So I mean, it's really neat whenever somebody decides to make a video just showing like pretty much like himself just practicing an infinite that nobody else likes to use. Because I mean, most people actually use the PPPP just to actually do like ground connections, followed up with like K back K, or like forward square. So that's primarily the main thing people do. but he actually does have I believe a couple videos of actual fights. I really like this video. It's versus, I believe this is the battle in the story mode of Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Majin Vegeta. So I mean, this is one of those fights that I really like in the game. And the point of this, he actually goes ahead and actually in this video and actually goes ahead and actually utilizes his PvP cancels, you know. So it's pretty entertaining to actually see it in an actual fight, you know. It's not something you see every day, so you know, it's a good chance whenever we get somebody that actually does it. Ora ducha. Alright, but yeah, I really like whenever people actually do that. They actually, what do you call it? Oh my god, my voice is going away. But they actually do the taunt whenever the opponent. This is something like people don't really realize. This is something that's actually very neat that he actually shows it in this video. Something that people don't realize. Whenever the opponent is actually in burst mode or whatever, and their keys like going down like really slowly. If you do like a taunt while the person is still trying to like combo into like nothing or whatever, you can make their energy go down faster. You know, so you take their burst mode away faster, their aura burst mode faster. So it's something that people should definitely take a look at. And right there you can actually see he's doing reverse back dashes. Reverse back dashes, I don't really like doing them myself. I kind of like prefer like going with the biggest variety of like combos in the least amount of time. Because for me, I kind of like prefer as soon as I get to like 30 something hits, you know, it's like why continue the combo? So I don't do anything that's can further their combo if it's not gonna actually, you know, do any more damage, you know. But you know, it's very nice to actually see it in battle because a lot of people don't really do it in battle. He's one of those guys that actually does. So it's not just for show, as you guys know. Some people always say, "Oh, it's just for show. It's just for show." It's something you can only do like in practice mode or against some computer, against an opponent that's not moving. But no, I mean, you know, there's people that do it without being in practice mode. So you know, it's not just something that happens in the wall. I cannot believe Majin Vegeta was actually so smart there. Usually when you're laying down and you're actually like tired or whatever, the computer doesn't do that. The computer just kind of like becomes stupid and doesn't attack you. Oh well. But either way, now we got Znz Special. Znz Special. He was also featured in the greatest Budokai 3 players video. He's my friend. He's the one that I told you guys before that was actually doing some blood omen videos right now. He actually likes Legacy of Kain a lot like me. I actually need to go ahead and finish my Let's Play for the first Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver so he can watch that. And then I want to do Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. And I want to do Legacy of Kain Defiance. I don't know whenever I'm going to find time for that. But I definitely like to do it. And I'll be sure that he's be one of the guys who actually watches it. But anyways, let's get down to his gameplay. This is actually one of his very few videos that he actually has like doing Infinite World like actual fights, you know. Because most of the time he was actually stuck whenever he had his original channel before he started doing like videos in this new channel, you know, since YouTube took down his last channel. He was actually mostly doing videos of Budokai 3. But you can tell by his playstyle that it's just kind of like fast, you know. He's like a fast player, you know. He's one of those players that just naturally play fast, you know. Everything he does is fast, like fast connection, fast reflexes, you know. He's always very aggressive. That's the most important thing in this game. Whenever you play Budokai, it's important to be very, very aggressive. You know, the more aggressive you are, the better chances you have of actually winning. You know, you can't win without being aggressive. Defense doesn't win in Budokai or Infinite World or any of the DBZ games. Offense is the one that always wins, and offense wins because you regain your energy while doing it, and the opponent is just kind of taking damage and losing energy at the same time. At least if you're playing like Burst Limit, we're gonna regain your energy or something like that. But either way, I really like this video, and I really like the way he finishes off the Nambab. There you go. Alrighty, and now we've got the 252 KKK cancels in a row. I actually had to cut it short. I actually put it like more like 2/3, like 1/3 through the video, you know, so you guys can actually see. He's got the record for pretty much the most like KKK cancels in a row. It's like 252. I don't know if anybody else has tried to beat it and actually recorded it. And you guys might be like, well, this doesn't take any skill. It's easy to do a KKK cancel, you know, for those of you that might say something like that. But you know, to do it 252 times in a row without missing, you know how hard it is? You know how much concentration that takes, you know? That takes a lot of concentration, a lot of skill. That means this is actually like the embodiment, you know. This is like the meaning of perfection, the meaning of knowing that you perfected a technique completely, you know. So you can be sure that whoever can do 252 KKKs in a row and play against anybody, they'll be able to do like the KKKs like there's no tomorrow. So I mean, it's just something that, you know, like I was mentioning before, you know, once you do something enough times in repetition on practice mode or whatever, once you actually do it in a real fight, you know, it becomes so easily and so natural that, you know, it's just what am I gonna say, you know, it's just perfect, you know. I mean, I can see the numbers scrolling up, and this is amazing to watch. 780 something, 790 something, 800 hits. And you know, this is actually one of those primary examples though. This is actually something that I actually wanted to point out, you know. This is one of those primary examples of why people always say, oh, infinites are broken. People use infinites, it's like cheating, it's like whatever. But it's one of those primary examples. It's something I actually mentioned before in some of my videos. Whenever you actually go over 34 hits, 34 actual physical hits, damage starts going down to 1 damage per hit. Look how many hits he has actually done, and look at how the damage is actually not even going out that much. It's like going out 1 point of damage per hit. You know, it's not a lot at all. So I mean, that's just showing that, you know. Anyways, now we got Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 666 PGO8L PGO8L Adrian from Mexico. And until the last time, I actually forgot the 666 part. And actually, it's funny I forgot it because me and my brother, we actually used to remember his name, because if you read his original YouTube username was Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 666. But whenever I actually read it, I was like, go get ass 4 666. I'm like, go get ass 4 666. Like, if you guys actually read his name, it's like Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 666. It's like go get ass 4666. It's like, it's amazing. It's just funny to look at. It's just funny to read. I actually like, you know, whenever he had his original channel, I actually kind of like laughed every time I saw his YouTube username, you know, because if you read it that way, it does say go get ass. So I don't know. Just don't mind me. I'm being stupid right now. But anyways, this was actually his last video. What I was mentioning before in the other video was that, you know, YouTube actually deleted a lot of whenever Infinite World first came out, and Infinite World was actually starting to actually people started to develop a lot of new combos, a lot of new combinations in YouTube for Infinite World. You know, it was when actually YouTube started cracking down on like what do you call it, on copyright, you know. So anybody who was uploading like was uploading like anime scenes, or was uploading like even like the intros to like the Dragon Ball Z games, the ones with like not the CGI, but primarily the intros with like actual anime, you know, like Budokai 3 intro, Budokai 2 intro. You know, those two games, they primarily have like anime scenes for intro. You know, whoever people that use like DBZ zines in their videos for editing or whatever, which a lot of people did, including Adrian. He actually did a lot of that. And you know, it's bad because now YouTube is really pretty much like cracking down on that, you know. So I would hate it, you know, if like, my recommendation to anybody that's uploading videos right now, even if you feel like you want to put like DBZ zines, like fastly editing and stuff, you know, I know some of you guys, some of the guys that cancel or still want to do that. I wouldn't recommend it, because eventually YouTube is gonna go down and just like crack your channel in half, and they're gonna suspend you again, you know. So besides, why waste all the effort, you know, working on a very good channel, working on very good combo, very good videos, for it to just get taken down again, you know. Especially after you did all this editing, you know, this is something you cannot just recreate, you know. This is something that once you record it, it's pretty much done. It takes a long time before you actually can go in and actually fix it and change anything in it, or like take out the sound or something, you know. So I mean, to Adrian, I would actually recommend, if he decided to start uploading videos more again and stuff, to actually leave out, you know, leave out the Dragon Ball Z scenes, the anime scenes, you know, intros or whatever it might be. You know, if you're gonna put music, sure, put music. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know. But I mean, just so your channel will not take it down, you know. I would really hate it if players like these got their channels taken down, because as you guys can see, they got some very good content, and this is a primary thing. Like, for example, this is a primary thing. When I actually did these videos, I actually cut out a lot of the anime stuff, you know. And the anime stuff, I always cut it out when I do the editing for these videos. Next up, we got the Game Zocker XXL. And the Game Zocker XXL is actually one of my good friends. He's one of my good friends in Germany. And his name right now is XDarkZockerX. And YouTube actually cracked down on that, cracked down on him because of copyright as well. Although I primarily don't know why YouTube cracked down on him, because he didn't really have that many anime stuff. I mean, maybe some stuff from like the intro or stuff, but he got like his 3 strikes really fast, like consecutively, and I don't know why. I'm actually thinking about, buddy, if you're watching this, I was actually thinking of, I'm probably gonna send you like this little video, whatever, that explains how you might be able to get your old channel back. You might be able to maybe dispute the copyright claims, because I remember something about him getting a copyright strike or something that he mentioned about getting a copyright strike on footage of actual just Infinite World footage, and I'm like, how can you get the copyright on just an Infinite World footage of actual just gameplay? You know, that sounds kind of wrong. It sounds kind of like they actually make a mistake there. You know, so it's something you can actually dispute under like fair use or something. So you should be able to get back your channel. I'm not sure, and you might want to look into that. I'm gonna send you a link to that, but definitely, man. I mean, this guy cancels very fast. He's got like, hands down, like the best Deborah that I've ever seen. Like, I played pretty good with Deborah, but he's got like full mastery of Deborah. You know, he was actually the first guy to actually upload like a really high level combo of Deborah, you know. And I really like the way he uses the KK Infinite of Deborah, you know, because he uses it with such ease. You know, it's like one of the fastest infinites in the whole game. You know, and it's something you actually have very perfect timing to do perfectly, because if you don't have perfect timing, then it drops very fast, because the timing for you to actually be able to do it, for you to cancel and be able to still sustain the enemy in the air is so small, you know. And you know, for him to be able to do it in battle with so much ease, you know, it's a very good accomplishment. And I really like this combo as well. It's actually one of his old combos of GT Vegeta, one of the actually very first one that came on YouTube. Next up, we got Me, Myself, and I. And Me, Myself, and I, I kind of like focus, it's actually a video against Rambe, but I kind of focus my Infinite World career on trying to pretty much teach people how to play, and trying to upload videos that actually show how you were able to play using combos and stuff in actual fights. You know, like I was mentioning before, some people will go like, well, this kind of stuff only works in practice mode, you know, all these combos will never work in a real battle, they're not really that effective. You know, people are that always make excuses for like, oh, combos are spamming, they don't even work in real battle, infinites are overpowered, blah 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 blah, all that stuff, man. My point was to disprove all those little statements. So I mean, that's pretty much what I concentrated my channel on while I was doing my Infinite World stuff. This is actually an old video that I actually created. This video is actually on Facebook if you guys want to watch it with the original audio. But this video is actually a clip of me versus my brother. It's actually a very old clip. It's actually one of the very first times I actually took out Omega Shenron and actually tried him in an actual fight. It was actually, yeah, the first time I actually took him out and actually tried him in an actual fight in Infinite World. You know, I hadn't really tried him in an actual fight in Infinite World. I tried him before in practice mode, but I never tried him in actual fight, you know. And I actually took him out for a spin, you know. It's like Dragon Thunder, you win. Yeah, Omega Shenron is a beast. And I went ahead, you know, while I was doing all my Infinite World videos, I went ahead and did videos on how infinites are not OP, because most of the time it's actually smart to not teleport from an infinite as long as it's not Dragon Fist, Bardock's hits phalanx, or Gohan Soaring Dragon Strike, because regular infinites, you know, physical hits infinites, like I was mentioning before, whenever Znz Special did that video, when I showed that video of him doing the KKS in a row. You know, infinites after 34 hits, they only do 1 point of damage. So, I mean, what's the point of teleporting? Like anything else, you know, think about Dragon Ball Z playing, think about Budokai as playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever you play Yu-Gi-Oh!, if any of you guys watching this play Yu-Gi-Oh!, and it's funny, I will make a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! in talking about my gameplay and talking about how you can play better at DBZ, you know, making better, smarter choices whenever you're doing gameplay. But whenever you think about Yu-Gi-Oh!, you know, people always try to conserve their resources, and life points is the last thing you're worrying about. You always want to conserve resources and you want to conserve field control. And it's the same thing whenever you're doing Infinite World, whenever you're doing Budokai, you know. It doesn't matter what your health is. What matters is how much energy you got. Because if you don't got energy to exit, to like teleport out of your opponent's attacks, or be able to have enough energy so that whenever you're the one attacking and then you mess up and the opponent tries to hit you, you're able to just dodge him and then just get back behind him and hit him again, you know, then you're always going to be at a disadvantage, you know. So whenever you're getting so many hits that, you know, so many hits, like over 50 hits or something like that, why would you teleport? You know, you're not taking any virtual damage. And if you teleport, you're gonna be just giving the opponent the advantage, because he's still gonna have like pretty much like 7 bars of ki. You're gonna have 0 because you're gonna have wasted 3 you just gained teleporting. And then the hits are gonna reset and start back down from 0, meaning that if he catches you again, which he probably will, since he's got 7 bars of energy, you only got 0, he'll be able to most likely teleport behind you and start hitting you again. You'll start taking full damage again for all the hits after 34 hits. So you take a line and a half of damage, you know, right there. So you know, it's all those things you gotta put into the equation. You know, I also did videos like for characters, explaining like primary characters for people to actually be able to pick them up easily and learn in Infinite World. I also explained how to like do like PK cancels and stuff, like the P+K cancels, the one that actually does the aura guard, the guard, like the aura guard, you know, the teleporting thing, how you can manage your energy better. All those little details, you know, all those little details are important. And I focus pretty much all my Infinite World videos on that. It's important for me to make sure that people know how to play better, you know, how to utilize, you know, combos better and such. Because there's always people who say like doing fancy combos and stuff in battles is not good because half of the time they don't work. And in a way, it is right, because doing like fancy combos, like doing combo exhibitions, don't really have worked in the actual fights most of the time. But my style tries to mix us in the both, tries to mix in the fancy and what's effective in battle, you know. So that's pretty much what I try to do. And you know, hopefully I did it well while I was uploading videos. So hopefully I'm gonna keep uploading more. Next up, we got Kaiju King. Kaiju King. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name well. Kaiju King. Yeah. Anyways, so we got this guy here, and lately he's actually been uploading a lot of really neat, like short videos of actually doing like combos with characters, you know. And this is actually one of his latest combos he actually did with Goku, which is actually very fun to watch. Because I was actually thinking about actually starting to do combos again, because mainly I was focusing on fights, and I was actually focusing on fights and tutorials and stuff. And I was thinking about doing a combo exactly like this in one for Goku. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get down to it tomorrow. And then I watched a video that he did. I'm like, well, this is exactly the same thing I had in mind. Well, now I don't feel like doing anything anymore. So I'm like, oh, screw this. I'm not gonna do anything now. He's like, let's just leave it to these guys to focus more on combos. I'm just gonna focus on the tutorials and such. Yeah. So yeah. But anyways, it's just very entertaining to watch. You know, it's entertaining because even with Videl, you know, it's entertaining to watch because it's good to actually watch people that can just like string up combos, because I'm good at combos, but I'm not good at the creativity part. You know, I have to see something be done first before I can actually do it myself, because I don't have that open mind for the creativity. You know, whenever I do know everything that can be done, then I'll be able to use it. But until I see somebody do it, I can't come up with it in my head. So it's like, it's very nice for me to actually see this guy, you know, actually show like pretty neat new like ways to actually like linking in combos, you know. Because then I can actually go like, oh, okay, so this works. Okay, so now I can go ahead and try it, you know. So I would definitely recommend watching his combos, his latest combos for sure, for Infinite World, because you know they're very neat stuff. You know, I would definitely watch them. You know, you probably learn a lot of things if you're trying to develop your combo skills and trying to make them look more fancy and such. You know, I would definitely go ahead and watch his videos, you know, because they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. You know, I thoroughly enjoy watching them. Hopefully he decides to make some Infinite World fights versus his brother Tim. You know, it'd be nice if he actually has some high-level fights. You know, I myself don't have anybody to play right now since Rambit left. I believe he's like pretty much the only guy that actually has somebody right now that can actually go toe-to-toe with him in Dragon Ball Z and actually upload some really good fights versus fights, you know, without any lag or something. You know, not thinking about Burst Limit or F-Bar or any of those games I have online. I'm primarily thinking about this, you know. He's like the only guy that actually has a sparring partner that's close in skill level to him, you know. So it'd be awesome if he actually decides to upload more videos of him versus his brother, you know. Actually see some very good close fights of high skill level, you know. High level skill, for sure. Goten is a beast. It's crazy. I can't use Goten. I always mess up whenever I do his 4 PKK Infinite. I always do it too high. Either way. Anyways, now we got the Saga Team 2, the French Thunder. I believe he didn't actually understand it the last time I said. He actually sent me something asking me what the French Thunder meant, or like what did I mean. Like I don't think he actually understood what I said. The French Thunder, man, lightning strike, lightning bolt. Anyways, this guy, you know, he focuses all his videos on combos. That's primarily what he focuses on. Whatever combo you can come up with, you can have like a 50% chance, no matter how good the combo you might think it is, no matter how much more you might think that the combo cannot be developed at all, you know, somehow he always finds a way. It is amazing to watch, because you know, whenever you think that they can't make anything newer, they can't develop the combo hot anymore, you know, he does it. I mean, it's just amazing to watch, you know. And look, this is another thing. The same thing with Kaiju King, you know. I was want to do the exact same thing for this combo, minus the little key blast. I don't really care about doing the little key blast mid combo. But I was actually talking to him about doing a combo, you know, using Cell. You know, if I started getting back into doing combos like a combo video, like doing a combo with Cell, doing all 4 ground resets for Cell in one full combo, you know. And he did it right before me. I'm like, what the heck, you know? So I'm like, you know, but it's nice, you know, because I like watching it, you know. Hey, do it for me, man. Then I can just watch and see how it's done, and then I can just practice it myself. I really like his Spike-On for sure. I really like his Spike-On. His Spike-On KPK speed is really, really fast. Hopefully, whenever I get my new controller, I'll be able to just try out some really fast cancels. Because right now I can't do really fast cancels with my PlayStation 1 controller. Primarily, not that I can't do them, but I can't do them consistently. Like sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't, and I gotta click the controller so hard. And I was actually thinking about doing like a video just showing like all fast connections for all Budokai 3 and Infinite World, just all in a row, one video for every single character, all the actual really fast cancels, you know, for each character, just like in a row, not actual combos, just like all the fast links in each character, just being count down one after another, after another, after another, after another. So I mean, it'd be something neat to watch, you know. This guy actually focuses. That's the thing when he focuses on, and he always tries to focus on actually doing fast link connection combos. He was one of the first guys who actually I believe he was actually the first to figure out how to do like an infinite ground combo with reverse backdashes, you know. Because reverse backdashes, the way it works is you do. Well, I'm actually going to do a tutorial on this, but pretty much I'm going to explain it exactly right here. What pretty much happens is you do a combo, and right after, as soon as you cancel, you backdash the character into like midair, slightly into midair. And what happens is whenever a hit is done into like midair, even slightly over the ground, the hit count doesn't count towards what happens in the ground. So if you do KKKK in the air, and as soon as you finish it, you do it right after there in the ground, you know. It's 8 hits right there with the same string, but it doesn't matter, you know, because one is in the ground and one is in the air, so it don't count, so it don't fall out of bounds, you know. And if you're able to do reverse backdash for every single cancel that you can do reverse backdash for, then the game itself will reset the character back to the ground, and you can actually see a point in which the character actually resets itself back down to the ground. And it's like the whole connection of actually doing the combos in the ground resets itself to actually be able to start all over and link all the connections again. So I mean, gotta thank him for that. And guys, we're over. Hopefully you enjoyed. And also, Underlordtico is out. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. And hopefully you enjoyed all this. Hopefully it was a masterpiece. I'll see you guys later. Peace.